This is a lecture on probability. Probability is a measure of how likely an event is. The probability value is a number between 1 and 0 inclusive. An event that cannot happen is 0, while an event that must happen is 1. Conditional probability. It is the probability that one event will occur given that another has occurred. The equation of probability is as follows. Given that S is the sample space and E is the event, the probability of E is the value of E over the value of S. For definition of terms, an event is one or more outcomes of an experiment. An experiment is a situation involving chance or probability that leads to results called outcomes. An outcome, as stated, is the result of a single trial of an experiment. And lastly, the sample space, or S, is the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment.
There are four operations in probability: division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. There are four laws in probability. The first law is the general addition rule. The second law is the theory of mutually exclusive events. The third law is the theorem of probability of occurrence of either of two events. And the last law, the fourth law, is the theorem of independent events.
Paano mo papakita yun?
Kasi yun yung siguro natin ang ulan.
Wala namang ginamit na addition dito.
Wait lang.
Let us
Chill.
discuss the first law, which is the general addition rule.
Two column headers.
Ganito nga.
With two columns with headers.
It states that for any events D and E,
The first probability is
2 and 6.
2 and 6. Because we know that 2 times 6 is
the
12.
probability
The
of
second
D
is
union E is
6
equal
and
to the
2.
probability of D
because we know that
plus the
6 times 2
probability
is
of
12.
Because
Based on the
multiplication is
commutative property.
commutative.
the intersection of
The next
Multiplication.
possibility is
3
3.
times 4. Kasi know that.
Because we know that, yeah, I also.
An example for this law is this. If two dice are tossed, what is the probability of rolling a product of 12? Let us create a table of possibilities with two columns with headers, first dice and second dice. The first possibility that may happen is 2
Given.
and 6
E1,
because we know that 2 times 6 is equal to 12
E1
and they are possible in dice.
are mutually
The second
exclusive
probability
events.
is 6 and 2 due to the commutative property of multiplication. The next
This is the
possibility
E1.
is 3 and 4, which, as we also know,
Is equal to
will
E1
multiply to 12.
union E2.
The fourth probability is 4 and 3 due to also the commutative property of multiplication.
Probability
These are the only 4 possibilities that may happen. We can see in the table that there are 4 rows, meaning 4 cases. And since the total number of pieces in each die is 6, the total number of possibilities is 6 times 6 equal to 36.
theorem of mutually something.
Thus, the probability is 4 over 36 or 1 over 9.
Pag nagkamali ako dyan, paparin. You're gonna kill me. Are you gonna kill me? Kill. Type kill.
Question,
Right,
what is
kill.
the probability?
Question is 5.
Tapos arrow.
Sum is 10.
This is because the maximum sum of two dice is 12.
Let us discuss the second law, which
Or
is the
sum.
theorem of mutually exclusive
Equal
events.
to 10. Yeah. First dice. We'll also make two columns here. Like me,
It states that given E1 and E2 are
4, 6.
mutually exclusive events,
5, 5. 2, 6, 4. In the sum
E
of
is
is
equal
equal
to
to
the
5,
union
there are
E1
4
and
rows.
E2.
And in the sum is equal to 10, there are only 3 rows. Which means that all in
The
all, there are
probability
7
of
rows.
E is equal to the
Which means
probability
7
of
cases.
E1 union E2, which is equal
Since the total number of cases in each dice is 6, the total number of probabilities
plus
is
the
6
probability
times 6,
of E2.
which is equal to 36. Thus, the probability is 7.
An example of this is, what is the probability of rolling 2 dice that end up with a sum divisible by 5?
Probability of the sum
Of probability of occurrence.
This question has 2 cases.
Yes, because it's
The
zero.
sum
That's why I
is
decided
5,
not to do it because
but the sum is 10. This is
yeah.
because the maximum sum of 2 dice is 12. Let us
E1
create
and
2
E2
tables
are
of
any two events,
possibilities, each with 2 columns with headings, first dice and second dice. In the first table, the table for if the sum is 5, the possibilities are 1,
will equal to the probability of E1
because
plus
addition is
the
commutative,
probability of E2
2 is 3,
minus
and 3 2.
meron pa
E1 intersection.
E2.
In the table for if the sum is
What is the
10,
probability? I will get 7,
the possibilities
a king,
are
or a spade.
4,
If I randomly
6,
choose 1 to 4, 7,
6, 4,
Or 7. Okay.
4
because
kings,
as we know,
and this way,
addition is commutative. 5 5,
4
that is
sevens,
all.
4 kings, and
We
13
can add
spades
up
in the deck.
4 rows and 3 rows from the 2 tables,
Blah,
meaning
blah.
the total rows is 7,
Took some time pala. It's equal to 21.
which
Oh,
means
basta
that
muna kasi
there are
hindi
7
kasha yung
possible cases.
You have to subtract these
Since
two
the
pieces.
total number of pieces in each die is 6, the total number of
Ano ba?
possibilities is 6
Ha?
times 6, which is equal to 36. Thus, the probability is 7 over 36.
Which means that 21 minus 2 is equal to 18.
The third theorem is the probability of occurrence of either of 2 events. Let us discuss this. This theorem states that given E1 and E2 are any 2 events,
Kaya mo ba yun?
Mahirap.
Wala kasi yan. Wala kasi yan.
the probability
Kaya madali sa math.
E1
Promise.
union E2 is equal to the probability of E1 plus the probability of E2 minus the probability of the intersection of E1 and
Of the intersection of E1, intersect E2. Equal to the probability
an example for this
of
theorem
E1
is
with the probability
in a regular deck of 52 cards. What is the probability I will get a 7
example of drawn
or a
from a
spade
regular deck.
if I
Cards
randomly
is a
choose
face card.
one card
The
from the
second
deck?
card drawn is 7.
Since there are 4 sevens,
For the 52 cards.
4 kings,
Thus,
and 13
the
spades
probability
in
of
the
the
deck,
first event is 12 over 15. Or
4 plus 4 plus 13
3 over 13.
is equal to 21.
3 over 13.
Yeah. Pero alis ako sa
However, since there is a 7
In
spade
the second
and king
situation,
spade, we have to
there
subtract
are
these
4
2
sevens
cases.
out of the 51 cards. Let us remember, we have previously drawn a card. Thus, the probability of this event is 4 over 51.
Thus, 21 minus 2 is equal to 19.
By the
And
theorem
since
of
there
independent
are
events,
52 cards, the answer is
theorem we're talking about.
19. 50.
Yes, 3 times 13.
3 over 13.
It's okay.
Times 4 over
51
The fourth theorem,
is equal to
which we will discuss, is the theorem on independent events.
Divisible pa sila.
which is equal to
This theorem states that given E1 and E2 are independent events,
Exercises!
the probability of the intersection of
Tapos sa'yo
E1
may
and
kids,
E2
Bob. I-play mo
is
yun.
equal to the probability of the intersection of E1
The probability that
multiplied
the
by
first
the
card I
probability
choose
of the
is a black face
intersection
card.
of E2.
The second card I get is a red face
Ano
card.
first probability?
Black face card.
First card.
Is a black face card.
It's a black.
Black face card.
An example for this
Face.
is
Black face card.
what is the probability that the first card drawn
second
from a regular deck
Second card.
Ay, your
of
voice over
cards
really down
is a face card,
It's a red face card.
and then the second card drawn is a set.
The third one
For the first event, there are 12
is
face
any
cards
face
out of the 50.
Kailangan mo sabihin none
Thus,
of
the
the cards will be
probability
returned.
of the first event is 12 over 50,
Buburin ba?
or 3
None of
over
the cards.
13.
Maybe drawn again.
The cards.
For the second event, there are 4 sevens
Cards.
out of the 51 cards. Let us remember that we have previously drawn a card. Thus, the probability of this event is 4.
First start with the first card. The probability to get the first
Gawin natin yung second problem
Black
pang
face card.
Dora version.
By the theorem
What's the
of
answer?
independent
That's
events,
right. Where are we going?
3 over 13
In a deck of 52
times
cards,
4 over 51
there are
is
6
equal
face
to
cards
12
that are black.
over 663, which is equal to 4 over 221.
Ay, may face cards ba yung jacket? Inisip ko na lang face
They're
cards.
black.
Oo, ano ba? Kung
Black.
ano hanap. Kahit anong oo. Parang yung black card.
Face of the card. Therefore, the probability to get this
Wait lang, pag black, di ba dapat
6 over
12?
52.
12 ang face, 12 ang face
Now,
cards.
for
Tapos,
exercises.
kalahati doon.
Grade.
Eh, di ba dalawang decks ng
Ano lang. Mamadali ako. Hindi pa yung sagot.
What? Second card.
Wait lang, first card.
First problem
Ayan, parang summer
is regular deck of 52 cards.
The probability,
What is the
let's now discuss about the probability to get the
The
second card.
first card I get is a black face card.
6 face cards, 6 face cards, red face cards.
Red face card.
The second card I
This is
get
red face
is
cards
a
in a
red
deck.
face card.
In a deck.
Over 51.
Now, there are,
51 cards.
because we already took the
And the third
1,
card
therefore
I
the
get
probability is
is
6
any face card.
over 51. Manonood na lang ako.
Noted that
Oh,
none
hindi
of
pala ako
the
nagmamadali
cards
dito. Pwede kong panoorin eh. Manood tayo lahat ha.
may
Hoy, game ako.
Okay,
Kanino ba? Saan?
Sino
Alam mo,
Guwapo.
may nag-video ka ba?
Hindi ko lang kanino.
Oo. Wait lang. Nagiging 10 over. Wait,
The third, there are 10 face cards
remaining in the deck since we already have 2 cards.
in 50. In 50.
Out of 50.
So first off, we have to see the probability that the first card
50.
is any black face card.
Therefore, the probability.
In a deck of 52 cards, there are 6 face cards that are black.
We need to multiply the 3 cases.
According to the... Ba't may letter A? Wait lang. Nakita ko yung...
Hence, the probability of the first card being a black face
Number,
card
ha?
is 6
Public ba? Public ba?
Kung public sa website, kasi...
So we
Hindi,
put
gawin natin ito
that
ng
aside
manual.
that
6 times 6
or the
36 times
probability
1.
of the first card being
36
any black face card is 6.
52 times 51.
Now we solve for the second card.
5.
As we know, the same way that there are 6 black
Therefore,
face cards,
Ba't di ba binanual?
there are also
Kasi kailangan
6
magtutulong
red
pa tayo
face
dyan.
cards in the deck.
3,662
Now, 51 cards
times 5.
since we have taken 1 card.
13,260.
Hence, the probability of the second
60.
card is 6 over 50.
Therefore, 36 over 13,260. 30 over
So, the last thing to
1105.
solve is the third
Divisible.
card. We are to look for
Divisible by
any face card or the third. And as we know, in a regular deck, there are 12
Line, line.
12 face cards.
Lalo ko sa line line.
Since we have picked a red and a black one already, there are 10 face cards remaining in a deck of now 50 cards. Hence, the probability of the third card being any face card is 10 over 50 or 1 over 5. And to get the answer to the problem, or to get the total probability, we use theorem number 4, or the theorem of independent events. And as stated, we multiply everything. So that's 6 over 52 times 6 over 51 times 1 over 5, which gives you 6 times 6 for the numerator, which is 36 times 1, and 52 times 51 times 5 for the denominator, which is 13,260. Hence, we get 36 over 13,260, which in simplest terms is 3 over 1,105, seeing that both numbers are divisible. Okay, so this next problem you can do at home and on your own. Given a word is a combination of any 4 letters put together, and that a given word can contain repeating letters. So if all possible words are written on separate sheets of paper and then placed in a draw lot bag, what is the probability that the word I draw from the bag has exactly 2 vowels?